This whole week is a big week. So I thought I'd make this video today talking about the future of this team. Let's jump into it. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, I got a few things I want to talk about in this video having to do with Brian Flores, having to do with the playoffs, having to do with the draft. Got a lot of things to talk about in this video. I thought, hey, why not? You know, I got nothing planned for Tuesday and Wednesday. I got the picks video coming out Thursday. I got the preview video coming out Friday. And then we're going live Sunday for an enormous game on the season. So I thought, let's talk about this video or this topic. But before we get into that, I have a few things that I need to talk about. One of them is something that you guys would very, very, very much enjoy. So first things first, new patron, Aaron Bunce. Thank you so much, $4 patron, for joining. Greatly appreciate it if you guys want to join the Patreon. It is linked below. Essentially, it's a monthly thing where I give you special content over there that you don't get over here on YouTube. You also get to join the kick-ass Discord with all the other patrons talking about all that stuff. I also hop on there, do voice chats, all that stuff. So if you want to join, it is linked below. The other thing, picks. Don't forget to do your picks. Tomorrow, I am closing the ballots probably around 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow. So it's linked as the top comment. So if you're going to go down and comment on this video, it should be the first one you see. Go do your picks. This is the last picks of the season. Go and do it. Other thing, you know about patch vibes, right? I talk about them all the time. You can get something cool like this. You can get something cool like this, or you can get something cool like this, right? And you guys know that I was wearing this badass t-shirt. Well, first off, Patch Vibes has a new promo code that they want to share with just you guys, just my subscribers. The promo code is FREEPATCH, and with all of your orders, you get one of these cool free 25th anniversary patches. So if you put the promo code in FREEPATCH, you get a free patch. The other thing, like I said, you saw me wearing this badass t-shirt. Well, Patch Vibes wants to get together with me and do a giveaway for you guys. Yes, we're doing a giveaway of this t-shirt to one of you guys. And the way this works is you got to go follow them on Twitter. So you got to go follow Patch Vibes on Twitter. And then you need to comment below what you think the score for Sunday's game will be. Now, if you get the score right, say there's multiple people that get the score right. Say there's 4 or 5 of you that get the score exactly right, pinpoint accuracy. Boom, you got the score right. I will put the names of the people who get the score exactly right. And you can only say it once. You can't change it because you have to do it before Sunday's game. And I can tell because it's timestamped. So you only one entry, only one. But you put the score in. If you get it exactly right and there's multiple you guys, we'll do a drawing after Sunday's game, probably in the Deeper Dive Monday, and I will announce the winner of the giveaway for the t-shirt. Now, say no one gets it right. Well, whoever gets closest, so say there's a bunch of you guys that are 1 point closest, and I'm talking like the final score is 24-17, and one of you guys did 24-16, or a bunch of you guys did 23-17 or 24-16, those people will be in the drawing. It's very confusing, but just comment below your score prediction, and whoever gets it right, if there's multiple of you guys, you'll be in the drawing to win the t-shirt. If no one gets it right, whoever gets closest, multiple of you guys will be in the drawing to win this t-shirt from patchvibes.com. So don't forget to go follow them on Twitter and also comment below your score prediction in this video. Do it in this video so I know who wants to be in it. So again, this video, not Friday's video, this video, and only once. But that's all the stuff I got for you guys. Yeah, picks, the promo code, and the giveaway, and Patreon. So let's jump into this video, and I want to talk about a few things. First thing I want to talk about, and it's kind of involves the future of this team, and that's the offensive coordinator, right? Chan Gailey. A lot of people don't like Chan Gailey. A lot of the fan base don't like Chan Gailey, and they think that they are holding back Tua, but they're opening the playbook for Fitz, which makes sense. Tua's still a rookie. Tua might still be having a hard time kind of fully grasping the playbook, whereas Fitz has been in this playbook for 5 years, so he has a full 100% grasp on it. So it makes sense why, if he is doing that, why. But he talked to the media, I think it was yesterday or today, and they asked him, does he see himself on the team next year? They kept asking him and wondering, kind of getting him to try to say whether he'll be back next year or not, because he's not a young buck. He's still up there in age. He was non-committal. He said, I'm worried about Buffalo. I'm worried about Buffalo, and I'm not worried about next season. I'm not worried about this. I'm worried about Buffalo. So, again, a lot of people are like, well, is he going to be here next year? I know some of you guys are probably like, thank God I never wanted him in the first place. I was, from jump, I was like, whatever, let's see how this pans out. But I did want someone different, someone younger, someone that'll be here consistently, so we didn't have to continue to, learn a new offense. But then Steve Sarkisian, who is the offensive coordinator for Alabama, came out and said that he sees him being successful in whatever he decides to pursue in life, but he made one thing clear. He still wants to coach Tua Tagovailoa. I'd like to coach him forever, but that's not the nature of our business, he said. So is there a possibility that the Dolphins also, I will say this, there is that picture that was floating around when the Dolphins went to Alabama to watch Tua, even though Tua necessarily wasn't playing at that time, and they were rubbing elbows with this guy because him and Ross have that Michigan background. Is there a possibility that the Dolphins will try to bring him into the organization because he is so familiar with Tua, he is so familiar with the style of offense that Tua can thrive in, that they will bring him here and have him be the new offensive coordinator, and Chan Gailey will move on and retire? That's one thing I want to talk about. I don't know if it's happening or not. I would be interested to see it happen. I'd like to see what he would implement into this offense, but I don't know. It's just something I want to throw out to you guys. Make you use your brain meats for that. The other thing I want to talk about is Brian Flores. If you guys remember last year, after we beat the Patriots, he said to stick around, to trust him for this ride. It's just the beginning. And man, was he right. Because at that point, we were 5-11, just beat the Patriots. They have to go face the Titans, and then we all know how that panned out. Now we're sitting at 10-5, heading to Buffalo. You beat Buffalo. We're in the playoffs on the 5th seed. Also, if the Texans lose to the Titans, which seems more likely than not because the Titans need to play for the division, Dolphins get the 3rd overall pick. We're going to talk about that in a second. It's so crazy. And no one thought, there were some people here and there that thought, hey, we'll go 12-4, 13-3. We're going to do fantastic things. Again, I said 8-8. And the fact that we're 10-5 right now, it feels so good. Like I said, I'd rather be surprised than let down, because that surprise is just a thing of beauty versus the letdown that just makes you want to cry. But he says, stick with me. This is just the beginning, and it is just the beginning. It is. Look at his record in December and November, right? We have one more game left in December. Actually, no, this is it. Sunday is not December anymore. If you look at his record in December and November, he is 12-6. He went 5-4 last year. This year, he went 7-2 in November and December. That is something new for the Miami Dolphins. You guys remember the old Dolphins? We struggled in December. There was a ton of times where the Dolphins were in a perfect situation after that Monday night game when Jay Cutler was our quarterback and we beat the New England Patriots. We just had to win. We win the last 3 games. We're in the playoffs. But of course, the Dolphins didn't. The Dolphins struggled against the Minnesota Vikings, and they just couldn't produce in December. It's happened time and time again where the Dolphins just struggle in December. It seems like that has changed, especially with the coach and Brian Flores. Is there a turning of the tide? Is he actually the coach of the future? I think so. I think he's the coach of the year this year, taking a 5-11 team, adding his pieces, and have them at 10-5, trying to get into the playoffs against the Buffalo Bills. But I'm very happy with him. And it's the other thing that brings in the other thing I want to talk about with Brian Flores, right? A lot of people want to talk about our first matchup with the Buffalo Bills and how we lost by 3. We lost by 3. A lot of people want to remember that game and think we got blown out. We lost by 3. And the Dolphin defense, without Byron Jones, who got knocked out within the first, 2 minutes of the game, dropped a lot of interceptions. A lot of interceptions that probably could have won us that game. And if we beat Buffalo, again, it's ifs and buts and this and that, but if we would have beat Buffalo week 2, Just imagine where we'd be right now, potentially playing this game to win the division. But that's here nor there, has nothing to do with our situation. But my point of this is we lost to Buffalo. Stephon Diggs had his day with us. Brian Flores is very good at adapting and changing to fix the mistakes that he notices from the first time around, right? We did it with the Patriots. Week 1, we got beat by the Patriots. Week 15, we beat the Patriots. They did not score a touchdown on us, right? Look at the Rams. He was the defensive calling. He was the defensive coordinator for that Super Bowl. The Rams, we faced the Rams again, right? To his first start, everyone's thinking the Rams head coach wants some revenge for the Super Bowl. That's what he does to this Dolphin team because he knows Brian Flores. He knows the defensive scheme. He went up against it in the Super Bowl. What did Brian Flores do? He said, cool, you know that defensive scheme? This is a completely different defensive scheme. I'm going to change it all up. I'm going to blitz you differently. I'm going to do this differently because I know this is what you're looking for. I'm going to change it up and we're going to beat you. And the Dolphins beat the crap out of the Rams that game. So that's the one thing that I absolutely love about Brian Flores, besides his just attitude and just the way he motivates, but the way he adapts. That's the other thing that's new about this team. First half, we would either do really well or we'd struggle, and then we go into the second half, and regardless of how we did the first half, we would suck the second half. This team, they always come out the second half and score on that first drive after the half if they get the ball, which I love. Please keep kicking the ball off at the beginning of the game. But Brian Flores and this coaching and the offensive coordinator and Chan Gailey and Boyer, and they just know how to change up at halftime to win. And I love it. And it brings me to, I'm not going to talk too much about this because this is Friday's video, but Sunday's game against the Bills, a lot of people are talking about, hey, the Steelers are resting their starters, so the Browns might have, Brent Roethlisberger's not playing. Browns probably going to win that game, so Dolphins need to win. Whoever said to themselves, oh, Dolphins are going to lose, so no, man. If the Dolphins don't beat the Bills, they don't deserve to be in the playoffs. Plain and simple. So I don't care about resting starters. Beat the Bills. And then the last thing I want to talk about, and again, I do apologize that this is kind of be part of comment of the day because I do get a lot of these comments, especially when it comes to a lot of you guys saying comment of the day. I promise you in the next video on Thursday, comment of the day will be taken from one of you guys. So be sure to comment below, say comment of the day so I know, hey, I want to be in comment of the day. But I've seen this in the comment section. I've seen this all over the media. And I had to address it, and this is the last time I'm addressing it until probably March or February or March. But PFF US Today, I think I saw it on ESPN First Take. I've seen it a lot. The Miami Dolphins right now are sitting at the 3rd overall pick. They're in a prime position to do whatever the heck they want. And I will talk about their options, and I will talk about who I want, and I'll talk about what they should do when that time comes. When the Dolphin season's over. When the Dolphin season's over, I have a ton of videos planned, year in review, all that stuff. I'm not doing the year in review after Sunday's game because, one, I think the Dolphins should win and get in the playoffs. So I will do the year in review when their season's over. But a lot of people at PFF and US Today, and like I said, ESPN, looking at the Dolphins' 3rd overall pick, some of them say, should the Dolphins draft a quarterback? And I read a bunch of your guys' comments. Not saying it's literally the minority, but I read a bunch of your guys' comments saying that Dolphins should draft a quarterback. I'm reading a bunch of comments saying that Tua isn't showing anything, which I completely disagree. I don't know what game you guys are watching who are saying that. I'm not saying all of you are saying it. That, if he shouldn't be a 5th overall pick, shouldn't be playing the way he is, all this stuff, right? And I was just like, really? Now, let me get this out of the way first and foremost, right? Whenever I talk about Tua Tagovailoa, I defend him because a lot of the things I'm reading and a lot of the things I'm hearing are just false and just it doesn't make sense to me. And a lot of people in the comment section will say to me, well, you're defending Tua because Tua is your boy. Whoever's under center is my boy, right? And you guys, if you've been with me, last year, and if you were with me at the beginning of this season, Go back and watch my videos. Go back and watch my videos in the offseason. Go back and watch my videos last year. Go back and watch my videos of how much I defended Ryan Fitzpatrick when people were shitting on him. How much I defended Ryan Fitzpatrick when he was decided to be the starter. How much I love Ryan Fitzpatrick. How in the beginning of the year so many people wanted to get on Ryan Fitzpatrick on that Patriots game, and I was saying it wasn't his fault when Preston Williams fell or when the ball was tipped. I defended him in and out and in and out. And people kept saying, why are you making excuses for Fitz? And now all of a sudden I'm getting, why are you making excuses for Tua? He's your boy. No. I like them both equally. The team likes them both equally. Go listen to Gesicki's press conference where he says the whole team loves both of them. They like each other. It's just treat it equal. Treat it equal. So when I hear things bashing and one side biased towards Tua, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to defend my guy. If you did the same thing for Fitz, I'm going to defend my guy. I like them both equally. So that's a narrative that's been spread around in the comment section a little bit. That's completely false. They're both my guys. And there's proof of it and there's receipts for that. But a lot of people want to talk about, hey, we should draft a quarterback because they think that his struggles, which I'm not saying he doesn't have them. I'm not saying he doesn't have them one little bit. I find it funny that there's this stat out here that Tua Tagovailoa has the second highest percentage of throws into tight coverage in the league at 22.8%. Fitzpatrick has the third highest in 21.7%. Russell Wilson and Mahomes have the lowest at 11.5%, meaning Russell Wilson and Mahomes receivers get open so they don't have to throw it into tight coverage, whereas Tua has the second highest because his receivers don't get open, and Fitzpatrick has the third highest. Tua, 22.8%. Throwing into tight coverage. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 21.7% throwing into tight coverage. But people want to say that Tua doesn't throw into tight coverage. And this is what why I feel I need to defend my guy. You know, there's a difference between Alabama open and NFL open. Well, why is Tua throw into more tighter coverage than Fitz does? And again, well, that's why you're making excuses. Is your boy? No, they both are. But here's my point, right? People want to give up on Tua. People want to draft a quarterback at 3 instead of building around Tua, building the future around Tua. Well, Tua's not playing like a 5th overall pick, Doug. Tua's struggling here. Yeah, Tua has his struggles. He's a rookie that had no offseason. Yeah, Doug, but Justin Herbert didn't have an offseason, neither did Joe Burrow. One, Joe Burrow's not playing right now because he tore his ACL, but everyone was worried about Tua Tagovailoa having injury history. 2, the Bengals are winning without Joe Burrow right now with Allen in there. 3, I can break down film of Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert and show you that they also have their rookie flaws and their rookie hiccups because of not having an offseason. The reason Justin Herbert has the yardage he does is because he has to consistently play from behind because his defense is doo-doo butter, whereas Tua Tagovailoa has a defense that consistently gets him where he needs to be. He doesn't need to play from behind. He could just, okay, I'm going to play conservative because my defense already gave me a 14-point score lead. There's a difference. So to compare the 3, I always say that. Don't, because there's different scenarios, different weapons, different everything, right? But again, people want to do that. You look at these quarterbacks that struggled their rookie year. Imagine, and I'm not comparing Tua to them, I'm comparing the situation to them because everyone wants to move on from Tua and draft a quarterback at 3 because of him not playing to your expectations. Tua never put that hype on himself. Tua never came out and put that hype on himself. Tua actually came out and talked about where he needs to improve. But the media and certain people put that hype on Tua, and now he's not getting there yet, and people want to move on from him. Imagine they did that to Peyton Manning his rookie year, who had an offseason and threw 30 interceptions. Imagine if they did that to Russell Wilson, who Tua had a better first 5 games than Russell Wilson did. Imagine if they moved on from these guys. Eli Manning had a horrible rookie year. Brett Favre got drafted to the Falcons, and then they moved him to the Green Bay Packers. Imagine if they wanted Favre. Tampa Bay drafted Steve Young and then moved him on to the 49ers. Imagine if I'm pretty sure Tampa Bay would have wanted to keep him. So to move on from these quarterbacks because they're not meeting your expectation, because they're a 5th overall pick, and they're not playing like one, like Peyton Manning didn't play like a top 5 overall pick. Eli Manning didn't play like a top 5 overall pick. Imagine they moved on from it. That's what I'm talking about. And this is why I say these things. It's not because they're my boy. It's just illogical to say they're a bust, you need to move on, he sucks, this, and that. Also to put everything on him when they have no running game, the wide receivers aren't getting separation, and the O-line is struggling like crazy. Just doesn't make sense. So why not build around him? Look at Josh Allen. Josh Allen's killing it right now. Josh Allen is a top 5 quarterback in the league right now. That's because the Bills knew to build around him. He had struggle bus city for his first 3 years. Absolutely horrid accuracy. So what did they do? They bring in Stephon Diggs, who you can literally throw it within 10 feet of him. The man's going to catch it. They bring in Cole Beasley, the slot receiver, who can find the holes anywhere and get open for him. They bring in offensive line help. They bring him in a tight end that can help him. They bring in a running game. That offense is catered to Josh Allen. Why wouldn't we just do that for Tua instead of giving up on the kid? That just doesn't make any sense to me. And then I've heard, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, because I know you guys are probably like, Doug, we're tired of you defending your boy Tua. Again, he's not my boy, but it's just I'm defending my quarterback because a lot of the narrative out there is wrong. A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to be in the same scenario where in 7 years we're still waiting for Tua to develop. And that we go full circle back to what I was talking about at the beginning of this video, and then Brian Flores. If you honestly think Brian Flores is going to sit back and wait for Tua to develop, sit back and give this kid 7 years, screw it. If you think he's going to sit back and give him 4 years to become what he needs to become, you don't know who our coach is, and I don't know what you've been watching. Because if you've seen this year when Tua struggles and Flores is like, look, we need to win this game to continue our season because I want to win now. A lot of people didn't think Flores wanted to win now. A lot of people didn't think that this was going to be a winning season. A lot of people, hey, we're rebuilding. Don't expect much. I didn't. But a lot of people thought that that's what Brian Flores wants. We're just going to see what players he has and what he can build off of. No, he wants to win now. And you can tell it because he's, look, all right, my rookie's struggling a little bit. The front four is giving the offensive line stunts and not giving him time for his plays to develop. Let me put in the vet and let's try to win this game. So if you think he could do that in the season, but you think he'll sit back and wait 7 years for Tua to develop and give him a contract extension, which I don't know why they gave such a big contract extension to Tannehill, you're sadly mistaken. If in 2 years Tua is still doing the same exact things he's doing now and struggling in the same exact way he's struggling now, he will not be on the team in 4 years because Brian Flores doesn't play that crap. His name is attached to this. His name is attached to this team. And his name is attached to the success of this team. So if you honestly think that Brian Flores will sit around and wait for Tua to develop in 7 years, you do not know Brian Flores. Go watch his documentary when he went back to New York. The man is tough as nails, and he will move on from someone real quick if he notices they ain't getting better. I could go down a laundry list of players that aren't on the team anymore because he noticed either they ain't getting better or they don't want to be a team player. Micah Fitzpatrick. So that's it. That's all I got to say. Ton of things that I went over. The December record, potential new OC, Brian Flores, and the way he adapts. And drafting a quarterback at 3 just doesn't make sense. So be sure to comment below. First off, comment below. Give me your score predictions for Sunday. We'll put you in the running to win that t-shirt from Patch Vibes. Also, don't forget to use the promo code FREEPATCH. When you buy something, you get a free 25th anniversary patch. But be sure to do all of that. Other than that, I will see you guys in Thursday's video. Last day. It's the last picks of the season, so be sure to go make your picks. Again, it's pinned as the top comment. I've cotton mouth from talking so much. A lot of you guys want me to make a podcast. I do have one, but I need to put more episodes on it. But be sure to comment below. Be sure to go follow me on Twitter. I just broke 3,000 Twitter followers. Thank you guys, all you guys who are going over there, following me on Twitter. Be sure to continue. I'm very active on Twitter, so be sure to go over there. Follow me on Twitter. Other than that, I'll see you guys Thursday for the picks video and then Friday for the preview video. Hope you guys have an awesome New Year. I will say all my New Year stuff on Thursday. But like usual, guys, stay classy. Fins up.